Okay, we're gonna read the Sandcastle. It says, we are going on the beach to the playground near the sea. Is this a poem? It sounds like a poem. Let me read it again. We are going to the beach, to the playground near the sea, to the sandbox near the fountain, beneath the big palm tree. The perfect site for best friend fun, the spot for you and me. Here will be the mighty castle on the playground near the sea. And they're repeating the last words from the sentence, which is, in this case, it's a line. This is a poem. Okay? And whenever I have a poem, I'm going to write down Esmafoy. And this is something that I need to know by memory. Simile, metaphor. The simile is when you say, oh, as white as snow. Okay? Metaphor, your head is in the clouds. Of course it isn't. All right? Alliteration, it's when you repeat the sounds. Personification is when you give the things that you're talking about, characteristics of people. That's why it is person. They behave like persons, people. Personification. Hyperbole is like exaggeration. And onomatopoeia is the sound. And imagery is when they use language that helps you use your five senses to understand what you can see. They describe what you can see, what you can hear, what you touch, what you taste, what you smell. Okay, Smafoy. I'm gonna read number one again. The first stanza. Remember, this is called a stanza. Okay, my handwriting is not that nice. You can do a better job than me. We're going to the beach, to the playground near the sea. So it's referring that I can make a difference in here. The playground near the sea. Okay, I can visualize where they are. To the sandbox near the fountain beneath the big palm tree. The perfect site for best friend fun, the spot for you and me. Here we'll build a mighty castle in the playground near the sea. So they're playing with with sand. That's why it's titled the Sandcastle. Let me continue reading. Let's fill a bucket with water and pour it on the land. Of course, that's what you have to do to build a sandcastle. To make the sand muddy and damp, to work it by hand. Rhyming words, okay? Land and hand. Now, pile the sign up in the center as much as your fingers can. To start a mighty castle on the playground made of sand. Kinds of rhymes with this one right here, right? But you have land, hand, can, sand. Rhyming words. So this one is explaining where they are. This one is telling you how to do it, or the first steps, like to build a sandcastle. And I get the feeling that it's just fun. And where would you usually go to the beach and have fun? Usually when you're having free time, like in summer break or something like that. So that's the feeling that I get from reading the first two stanzas. And that is something that you have to do on the test. The poems exist to make you have strong feelings, all right? And to make you think. Number 10, then make the sound like towers from walls that stretch up high. Add more water now and then. Don't let the sun get dry. So I'm going to underline high and dry. Our work is good, but not quite done. Care to give another try? This mighty sandcastle has yet to reach the sky. I get the feeling of hope, enjoyment, and challenge to build the highest tower. Okay, and the last one. Yes, the sun has gotten lower. Our shadows have grown gray. Oh, so that means it's getting dark, right? I'm gonna do line gray. And the sun is getting dry again, much too dry for play. So let's keep on home to dinner, looking back once more to say, we built the mighty castle on the playground on this day. Oh, it's a very cute, hopeful poem. This is a paired passage. So the strategy that I have to use is to read the first passage and then find the questions for that one and then go back to the second one. Because if I try to read both back to back, I'm going to get confused. So I'm going to use the first one is the poem. I'm going to make sure that I'm reading, that I'm answering the questions that are correct. So the poem was the Sandcastle, questions 26 to 29. Yes, so 26. Lines 1 through 4 are important to the poem because I have no idea. I don't know. Need to go back. 1 through 4 is the first stanza. We're going to the beach, to the playground near the sea, to the sandbox near the fountain beneath the big palm tree. So it tells you, it's important because it tells you where they are and what they're about to do. The perfect site for best friend fun to spot for you and me. Here will be the mighty castle on the playground near the sea. So it tells you where they are and what they're about to do. Now that I have explained it to myself, I'm going to read the answer choices. So what is it? Why are those lines important? To introduce the speaker's problem. Does he have a problem? No. Describe the setting. Yes. The setting is the place and the time. That's the setting. So is it describing it? Yes, it is. I'm going to draw a little dot in there, and this one is not. Okay. Ask the reader important questions. Is it asking questions? No. So I got the two that are totally wrong. Identify the speaker's friends. Does it describe the friend? No. So I got my right answer. Describes the setting. It tells you where they are. Question 27. Which line from the poem best helps the reader picture? And this means to visualize. This means to have an image in your head. Okay? The speaker's sandcastle. Okay, so which one of these four choices explains the sandcastle so well that you can visualize it, that you can have an image in your hand? A. Let's fill a bucket with water and put it on the line. Is it telling you, do you have an image in your head of the castle after reading that line? No. It's just telling you bucket, water, and to land. No. B. To make the sand muddy and damp to work with by hand. No, it's talking about the sand. To start a mighty castle on the playground made of sand. Well, mighty castle. This one could be, it's a big castle, powerful castle. Mighty means powerful. D. Then make the sand like towers from walls that stretch up high. You know what? This one is even better. Because letter C just says mighty, but this one is describing it. It has towers, it has walls that are super high. Which one gives you a better image in your head? The mighty castle or towers and walls that stretch up high? I think we got our answer, okay? This one is the correct answer right here. Question 28. Read lines 15 and 16 from the poem. So let's skip on home to dinner. Let's skip on home to dinner. Looking back once more to say, we built a mighty castle on the playground on this day. Okay, so I read it. Now I can read the question. These lines emphasize that the speaker most likely feels, I will feel very proud. That's what I will feel. Okay, let me see. How does he feel? Which one of these four tells you how he feels? He feels proud. He feels happy. He reached his goal. His plan worked out. Okay, now that I have an idea in my head, I can read the choices. Is he worried that the sandcastle is not finished? Is it finished? It is. So this is totally wrong. Is he confused about what will happen to the sandcastle? No, he's not confused at all. Is he surprised at the height of the sandcastle? No. We built a mighty castle on the playground on this day. Is he talking about height? No. Pleased means happy. To have spent the day working on the sandcastle. Of course. Pleased, proud, happy. There you go. Next question. In stanza 3, the reader can conclude that the speaker, I have no idea. Which one is stanza 3? Okay, it's right here. Stanza 3, it's 1, 2, 3. It says hope. I wrote down the word hope. Then makes a sound like towers from walls that stretch up high. And more water now and then, don't let the sand get dry. Our work is good, but not quite done. Care to give another try? This mighty sandy castle has yet to reach the sky. They're in the middle of making it. So what can you conclude? Oh, I already made a conclusion. So they have not finished by stanza 3. Okay, let me read my choices. Remember, you must always have an idea of the answer in your head. If you read this and do not understand, read it again and think. Don't go straight to the choices because you will be more confused. You must be clear on what the question is asking. Okay? So they want a conclusion about stanza 3. Right? So they are in the middle of building the castle. That's what I'm going to write down, and then I'm going to read the choices. A, the speaker has more important tasks than finishing the sandcastle. No, they're in the middle of it, but they're saying the castle has yet to reach the sky. It means let's keep on working, okay? So no. B, would rather build the sandcastle alone? No, because he's inviting the other person. Care to give another try? Okay. And it says our work. It doesn't say my work. Is not yet satisfied with the sandcastle? That could be. Is not satisfied, is not quite done. Could be, let me read letter D. He is unsure of how to complete. Is he unsure of how the complete sandcastle will look? Does it tell you about that? So he's not yet satisfied. He said, higher, we can make those walls higher. Where does it say that? Our work is good, but not quite done. Care to give another try? This mighty sandcastle has yet to reach the sky. He's saying, let's keep on working and make these walls higher. That's what he's saying. So my correct answer, I'm going to use another color so you just can see it, is this one, letter C. Now I'm going to go back to read the next one. Building a better sandcastle. And it sounds like informational. 1. Foamy waves splash upon the beach. A misshapen pile of wet sand is out of reach of the waves. What is misshapen? Look for it in the dictionary, and I can replace the word with some word that I know. I can say a lost pile of wet sand is out of reach of the waves. That could be. Plop, onomatopoeia. A child dumps a bucket of sand on the mound and then carves lines into it. After some time, the pile of sand looks somewhat like a castle. What do they have in common? I'm going to be reading to understand what I'm reading right now in this passage, but also to connect this passage to the poem that I just read. Holes in the sides of the mound look like windows. A tower with flat ledges sticks up on this one side, while the wall on the other side has crumbled. So this is a boy building a sandcastle. Not just child's play. Remember, I changed this into a question because this is a subtitle. Why? How? Do they have like a doll competitions and they could give awards to the best sandcastles. I don't know, maybe. I'm just thinking, and then I'm going to read. Number 2, on many beaches it is common to see children building sandcastles. However, the results of their efforts seem clumsy or careless when compared to magnificent castles found in book illustrations and fairy tales. But building a sandcastle that looks as good as a castle in a drawing is not easy. Some people think that all that is needed to build a sandy masterpiece is a plastic bucket and a shovel. But building an expert sandcastle really requires patience and attention to detail, as well as the proper tools. Okay, attention, patience, tools. Some sandcastle builders, that's how they are called, are actually professional sand sculptors. You know what a sculptor is? Think about that. So they sculpt sandcastles and they are professionals and they are experts. So it is not just for children. They have mastered their art through practicing and learning from other sand sculptors. These tricks, the tricks these sculptors know can help anyone build a better sandcastle. I bet they're going to share with us some of the tricks. And they give, oh, it looks so beautiful. This is um, the photo, and it looks so good. Here you go. Why did they give us a photo? So we can visualize how detailed, I'm gonna write down detail, this sandcastle is. Look at that. Look at this, how it resembles a stone. It's amazing. Okay, tricks of the pros. I'm gonna change that into a question. What are some tricks of the pros? Oh, I don't know why it's not writing. Okay, I hear you. What are some tricks of the pros? They're gonna describe those. A strong sandcastle needs sand that is just the right wetness. Okay, not too dry, not too wet. Dry sand will crumble. Sand that is too wet will be soggy. Some experts say it is better to fill a bucket with water and then add sand to it. They know the sand is just right when it can be molded by hand and keep a shape. I'm going to underline this because that's how they know. To start a sandcastle, expert builders pile sand on the ground. They don't worry about the shape when getting started, and neither should you. Just make sure to have enough sand to complete the project. So tip number 1, perfect amount of water. 5. For beginners, it may be easier to pack sand into a bucket and tip the bucket over onto the ground. Some experts use wooden beams to make walls. Okay, wooden beams to make walls to hold the sand together and then pack the sand until it becomes firm. Once the sand is firm enough, they remove the wooden beams, leaving a block of sand. Having compact sand is a really important step in the process of making a great sandcastle. Even experts agree that no matter where you are, what you are making, big or small, it is vital to pack the sand tightly. Okay, tip number 2, pack the sand. It's important to get the main part of the castle just right. If a tall round tower is gold, the bottom should be wide and well packed and have a smooth surface. Tall towers will begin to fall if the base is too small. Tip number 3, okay, base. You must have the perfect base. So what are the tips of the pros? The first one is the right amount of water for the sand. The second one is to pack the sand very tightly. And the third one is to have the correct base for the sculpture. So as you can see, I told to myself the summary for the section by answering the question that I have for the subtitle. The next section says tools of the trade. What are some tools that they use? What are the tools that they use? What tools do they use? 7. After the sandcastle is shaped, it is time to carve the details. Expert sculptors use all kinds of tools to carve Garden shovels. Garden shovels can be used to shape the walls. Pointed tools are good for making smaller details such as stairs. Some experts use kitchen tools such as rubber spatulas. Others prefer small artist tools such as paint knives. Fun tools for kids include popsicle sticks and toothpicks. 8. When building sandcastles, even the best sculptors make mistakes, but there's no need to worry. A paintbrush can act like an eraser. Ah, that's cool. It can smooth out areas so that an artist can just add the right details. If the brush removes too much sand, the artist simply adds more. That's easy. So what are the tools? The tools that they use, you have shovels, kitchen tools, rubber spatulas, paint knives, paintbrush. Okay? Number 9, as experts carve, the sand may start to dry out. Yeah, because time passes. Some experts keep a spray bottle full of water. Oh, that's smart. A spray bottle full of water nearby to keep the sand damp so it won't crumble. That's cool. Then, when they finish carving, they might add ornaments to their creation. Oh, like flags. Seashells and seaweed are sometimes used to decorate walls on towers. Building a sandcastle is a great way to spend time at the beach. By following this advice from experts, you too can make a sandcastle that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. Oh, okay, let's go to the questions. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm answering the right ones. Building a better sandcastle. That's what the ones that we just read. We are gonna answer questions 30 to 33. So 3 questions about that passage. According to information in building a better sandcastle, a tall sandcastle tower might fall if it doesn't have the perfect base. And I remember, but in case you didn't remember, okay, let me move this right here and this one right here. And it was in one of the tricks, okay, professional tricks. Number 1, the perfect amount of water. Number 2, pack the sand tightly. And number 3, I circled the word base. Can you see? It's paragraph 6. It's important to get the main part of the castle just right. If a tall round tower is the goal, the bottom should be wide and well packed and have a smooth surface. And then I have the clue. The tall towers will begin to fall if the base is too small. Okay, now I have it. Now I can read my choices. Okay, it's easier that way. F, its base is too small to support it. Yes, because it's talking about the base. Yes, it is not built by an expert. No, doesn't matter. Too many details are carved. Is it talking about the details? Tools are not used. No. So which one is the correct one? The base. There you go. That was easy. You just need to go back and check. Next question. In paragraph 31, paragraph 1, the prefix "miss" helps the reader determine that the word "mishappen" means a strategy that you can use. What words do you know that begins with "miss" but not the teacher? For example, oh my god, I can't read. This is the letter M. Misspell. Oh, the word was misshapen, no mishappen, misshapen. I read it wrong when I was reading. Misshapen. Misunderstood. Oh, misunderstand. Misplace. And the word is misshapen. Okay, I'm going to use the right one. Misshapen, misplaced, misunderstood, misspell. What does miss mean? Okay. Misunderstand. Did you understand? No. Misspell. Did you spell it right? No. Misplaced. Did you put it in the right place? No. Misshapen. Does it have a shape? No. I got it. But you can always use a dictionary, guys. Badly shaped could be. Having many shapes? No. Before being shaped? No. Being shaped again? No, that would be like read, right? Read again. So no. Badly shaped? Yes. Misunderstand? Badly understood? Yes. Spelled? Badly spelled? Yes. Misplaced? Badly placed? Yeah, I didn't place it right. There you go. Easy. Question 32. The other author wrote his selection mainly too. Okay, if you remember, this is the author's purpose. And I have the pie. Remember, persuade, to convince me of something, inform, to give me information, entertain, just to pass a nice time. So it gives me information, right? It's not trying to convince me to build sandcastles though. Now that I have an idea, I can read the choices. Provide the history of the sandcastle? No, it doesn't give us dates or like if 20 years ago the first sandcastle was built. No. G. Explain how to construct a sandcastle successfully. It does. It gives us tips. H. Tell about some famous sandcastles. No, totally wrong. Describe different kinds. No. We found our answer. Right? Let me use this one. This one is better. So explain how to construct a sandcastle successfully. It gives us tips to do that. Okay, question 33. According to the selection, a paintbrush can be used when building a sandcastle in order to erase. I remember that. Paintbrush. If you don't remember, go back. So let me make this small. And it says tools of the trade. Oh, where is it? Oh, here we go. Tools of the trade. Okay, here we go. And I did underline it. Let me move this up and move this here. A paintbrush can act like an eraser. It's in paragraph 8. Okay? Correct errors. Erasers are meant to do that. Pack the sand? No. Add decorations? No. Carve details? No. So what is my answer? Correct errors because it works as an eraser. Okay, there you go. Now let's move on to the compare and contrast questions. Compare and contrast, and as always, I'm going to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Use sandcastle. I'm building a better sandcastle to answer questions 34 to 37. I'm in the right section. Now we're doing compare and contrast. The speaker in the poem and the author of the selection both emphasize the importance of, let's see. So we have the poem and we have the selection too, which is the article. Okay, so I'm gonna put a check mark if yes or a cross if not. Okay? Selecting the perfect location for building a sandcastle. Yes. Well, the poem, yes. The article doesn't tell you about that. Using items from nature to decorate a sandcastle. The article does, talking about seaweed, but the poem doesn't. If you have a doubt or if you don't remember or if you are unsure, go back and look for that information that tells you whether if it's right or not or wrong. H. Mixing the sand just right before building a sandcastle. And this one, it's in both. Mixing the sand just right before building a sandcastle. If you want to make sure, let me minimize this. I think I have the poem Okay, in the article, it's the wetness. It was in number 1, okay? Now, let me look at the poem. This is the article. Oh my goodness. This is the article, and this is the poem, okay? So in the poem, this tells you about the water. We're going to the beach, to the playground near the sea, to the sandbox near the fountain beneath the big palm tree, the perfect site for restaurant fun, a spot for you and me. Here we'll build a Sandcastle in the playground near the sea. Let's fill a bucket with water and put it on the land to make the sand muddy and damp, to work it by hand. There you go. So it's right here. Let's fill a bucket with water and put it on the land to make the sand muddy and damp, to work it by hand. Yes? So here we go. Mixing the sand just right before building a castle? Yes, for both. Finishing the details of a sandcastle in just one day? The poem doesn't say that, and the article either. That was super wrong, okay? So according to the chart, which one is the correct one? Which one is the correct answer? This one right here. Mixing the sand just right before building a sandcastle. It appears in the poem and in the article. Next question. Which statement would the poet and the author of the selection most likely agree? What does that mean? The poet and the selection agree. They have in common this: enjoying building sandcastles. That's what they have in common. Now that I have an idea, I'm going to read. It is important to ask for help when building a sandcastle. No, they don't say that. The details of a sandcastle should be carved by hand. The poem doesn't talk about that. Children like building sandcastles more than adults? No, it doesn't say that either. Especially the article, because the article is talking about how there are professionals for sandcastle building. D, a well-made sandcastle takes time. Okay? The poem says, and the article talk about patience. Patience, because it takes time. So my correct answer is this. That's what they have in common. They are both talking about being patient. Question 36. How do the sandcastle and building a better sandcastle differ in their description of sandcastles? Well, the poem says that it's a mighty sandcastle and things like that. I'm going to circle this word. Let me try again. This is different. How are they different? The description of sandcastles, how is it different in both? Let's think about it. Only the poem describes the steps. No. The article tells you the steps. Only the poem includes a list of tools. No, actually, the one that gives you the list of tools is the other one, the article. H, only the poem provides a personal account of building a sandcastle. Only the poem provides a personal account. Okay, if you don't know what this means, you could look for the word account. It's not just a bank account. In this case, the word account means experience. Okay? Experience, it means your story. Okay? It's not just the money of the bank account. No. It means also experience or story. You can look for the word in the dictionary. So I'm gonna replace the word for the one that I know. Only the poem gives a personal experience, a personal story of building a sandcastle. Yes, the voice, the person that is telling the poem. J. Only the poem identifies problems with building a sandcastle. No, actually, it's not the poem, it is the article that does that. So, my correct answer is letter H. Be very careful, please. If you are not sure about what you're reading, grab the dictionary. If I'm thinking about a bank account, I would have thought only the poem provides a personal bank account or building a sandcastle. Why would they talk about money here? And then that will trigger my curiosity and I want to make sure, so I will take the dictionary to double check, and then I would have realized that account means a story. Okay, there you go. And I think it's the last question. Read line 10 from the poem. Add more water now and then, don't let the sand get dry. Which sentence from Building a Better Sandcastle, which is the article, okay, the article, suggests that experts have a similar concern. Okay, that poem and the article, they must both be talking about the amount of water to the sand in order to build the sandcastle. Did you see what I did? I explained the question to myself. If you are not able to explain the question to yourself, that means that you didn't get the question. There's no way that you can answer it. Go back and think about the question. Add more water. What are they talking about? Well, water. Don't let it get dry. So the sentence from the article suggests that experts have the similar concern. I don't know what concern is. Well, look for it in the dictionary. Concern means worry. The same worry. So now that I know, okay, my question, I can think which one of those four tells me that they have a worry about water. Once the sand is firm enough, they remove the wooden beams, leaving a block of sand. No, it's not telling me that they are worried about the amount of water. B, it's important to get the main part of the castle just right. No, this is talking about the base, not the water. This is talking about the main part. This is talking about firm, although firm, but it's not a worry. Okay, let me see, letter C. After the sandcastle is shaped, it is time to carve the details. It's talking about the details. Some experts keep a spray bottle full of water. This one is talking about water. To keep the sand damp, so it won't crumble. I think we got the answer already. This one right here is talking about the water and how they will worry, so they solve the problem of keeping the sand moist enough.